Here on the channel we have already gone through the full timeline of Night City, but one thing that we haven't done is break down each district into their sub-districts and also tell you which gang is located where. So in this video we are going to be going through the entire map of Cyberpunk 2077. Before I do get into the video, if you do want to see me streaming this game live the second that it does drop in November, then there is a link in the description down below which will take you over to the Twitch channel. Head over to there, drop a follow, and you'll be notified the next time I go live. I stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Getting back into the video, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open world RPG where players can explore any part of the city they desire. It is similar to CD Projekt Red's other famous title, The Witcher 3, where you can roam anywhere on the map. Night City is more densely populated than The Witcher 3, with verticality also playing a significant part in the size. It's tough to compare Cyberpunk to other games due to that verticality, but Night City itself does have 6 districts, and there are buildings in each area with dozens of levels to explore, making it much larger than it appears on the map overview. So let's go through some of these districts. Firstly, you have Watson. Watson once had everything you could ever want: nightclubs, skyscrapers, corporations, a top-of-the-line hospital, and the most prominent black market in Night City. It all changed after the Unification War and is now one of Night City's poorest districts. You can find the Maelstrom gang in the North Side Industrial District, while the Tiger Claws operate out of Little China and Kabuki. Little China was once an extension of downtown, but is now just a densely populated urban area. Kabuki is next to Little China, with a night bazaar for black market items like organs and steroids. Rumor has it you can find anything you're looking for in Kabuki Market. Aside from that, the rest of Watson is Arasaka's waterfront and for employees only. Watson's sub-districts are broken down into Little China, Kabuki, Northside Industrial District and Arasaka Waterfront. And the gangs that are part of Watson include the Maelstrom, which also includes the Tottentan's Club, which is the club that many gang members attend to. If they do want to attend though, they must follow the Maelstrom rules. This also includes the Tiger Claws and also the Moxes. Next up we have Westbrook. Many residents of Night City consider Westbrook to be the best place to live. The area's richest and most powerful people own apartments here. Norfolk is home to the untouchable elites, like bankers, directors, and corporate execs. You won't find any gangs in the beautiful North Oaks, but Chapter Hill is another story. Next to North Oaks you have Chapter Hill, an area meant to house as many people as possible. Those successful people who are not fortunate enough to live in North Oaks will need to travel around the area with bodyguards and armored vehicles. Here you can find plenty of street food vendors, hotels, and gaming parlors. Westbrook is broken down to Japantown, North Oaks, and Chapter Hill. And the gangs that you predominantly see around here is the Tiger Claws. Next up you have the City Center. City Center is the pulse of Night City and was a battlefield only a few decades ago during the Fourth Corporate War. The restoration took 40 years and is now the most secure part of the city. Mega corporations owned by Arasaka, Militech, Biotechnica, Petrochem, and Kangtao dominate City Center, with the Corpo Plaza in the middle of it all. In downtown next to Corpo Plaza you can find the best nightclubs, luxury hotels, restaurants and apartments. The waterfront is home to art galleries and elites. Not all is perfect in the city though. You can find plenty of dive bars and shady alleys with drug dealers if you make a wrong turn. The city center is broken down to downtown and Corpo Plaza, and because this is a predominantly mega corporation area, you don't see too many gang members actually having this as their turf. But what you do see in the downtown area is that gang members from all over Night City will come to have their own fun. This is because it does have the best nightclubs and luxury hotels, restaurants and apartments. Next up we have Heywood. Hayward is populated with skyscrapers and parks, though the more south you get, the more slums you can find. Here the Valentinos and the 6th Street gangs roam the streets, so don't go looking for trouble here. Hayward is known as the biggest bedroom in Night City because most people live here. The wealthiest parts of Hayward is mostly owned by corporations. Hayward is broken down into 3 sub-districts. You have Wellsprings, Vista del Rey, and the Glen. The gangs include the Valentinos and also the 6th Streets, who have an ongoing battle throughout Hayward. Next up we have Santo Domingo, one of the oldest districts in Night City. Santo Domingo managed to stay out of the Fourth Corporate War due to its locations. Residents seeking shelter fled here and built camps during that war. It's now the testing ground for industrial projects. Santo Domingo is on the eastern side of Night City, right next to Heywood. Santo Domingo has two sub-districts, Arroyo and Rancho Coronado, and the gangs that are included in this area is predominantly the 6th Street gang. Next up we have Pacifica. Pacifica was planned as a wonderland with modern buildings, tons of fun places to spend your money and time. However, after the last war, government funding stopped and the construction and expansion was stopped almost immediately. After the end of the last war in 2070, some investors tried to resume the so-called Pacifica project, but this was not met with enthusiasm by West Wind Estate and Coast View locales. Pacifica is now the home of chaos, destruction, poverty, and danger. Right now, things seem to hang in a limbo. The police doesn't want to risk and intervene, and the gangs are happy to conduct their deals in this territory. And the gangs that you can find within this location include the Voodoo Boys, the Animals, and also the Scavengers. Those are the 6 main districts of Night City, but there is some other areas that you can explore. For example, you have the Badlands. Night City doesn't officially recognize the Badlands as its 7th district, but people who made this place their home certainly do. The Badlands is the wasteland that lie just outside of the guarded walls of the city. Scavenged from scrapyards, manually assembled vehicles serve as the main method of transportation between the scattered mini settlements and fuel depots. And even though this is a complete wasteland, you will still encounter gangs out here. You have the Aldecados and you also have the Wraiths. And then finally, the last thing to talk about is the Orbital Air Space Center. This is not actually part of any district and just lays just outside the coast. We know very little about Night City's Orbital Air Space Center. CD Projekt Red haven't revealed too much information, but it is included in every single one of the maps. We can assume that this will serve as an airport of sorts, but not just for in-atmosphere flights, as the name would suggest. It probably connects Night City to the Earth's space stations. And as it is included in the map, I'm sure that we will get at least a couple missions to do with this area, or at least in your spare time when you're traveling, when you're exploring, you can actually go over to the Orbital Air Space Center. But anyway, that is all of the locations within the Cyberpunk 2077 map. We've given a basic overview of everything, what you can expect within every district as well as sub-district, and now all we need to do is wait a couple months for Cyberpunk to be released until we can explore each and every area. If you do want to see that live, then I will be streaming on Twitch the second that this game drops. Link to that can be found in the description down below. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.